Our final athletic award tonight is a special award, and I'm going to call up Colleen Greenen and Ryan Greenen, Coach Knotts, to give you a little explanation about where this award comes from and why it is so special. And then I'll be back with, in a second with the recipient.
Hi everyone. You probably don't know why I'm here, but there is an Inspiration Award that I think they'll tell you a little bit about Ryan. Ryan went to Shahala, and they're honoring Ryan, and we just had a little private ceremony with some of his friends, and he went here to Shahala. They won the district basketball champion that year. It was 2006, sorry, 2005, 2006. Ryan Greenen suffered a traumatic brain injury. It was on January 16, 2007, which left his right side weak and affected speech, motor skills, and his short-term memory loss. He was hit by a minivan while sledding at a friend's house. Ryan and our family now travel a new journey that we never thought we would travel. When Ryan was hit by the minivan, he was dragged approximately 100 feet and sustained third-degree burns to the left side of his face, left ear, left elbow, and right chest area. Though his injuries would seem significant on the face, to most of us, these injuries become very minor compared to what happened inside his head. The doctors didn't think he'd make it through the night. They told us he suffered a severe traumatic brain injury, which is known as a TBI. Though we had heard in the news this term, we really had no clue what this meant and what journey we would be traveling. On day 4 in ICU, we were told that Ryan was brain dead. We didn't accept this and asked for a meeting of all doctors and specialists. Many different thoughts were brought to the table, and we decided as a family to stick it out. There was a long journey of 4.5 months in the hospital with lots of ups and downs during that time. We almost lost him to a seizure, a severe seizure 2 times. That was after 2 months of being in the hospital. So he was an incredible athlete, and the reason the doctors feel that he made it, because his heart rate would go up, would range about 160 and go up to 220 beats per minute. He was such an incredible athlete. He played soccer, track. He still holds the hurdle record here today. I believe his mile record and his high jump record has been broken. He just had 3% body fat, and they feel that most people cannot handle this. And while we were in the hospital, there was a 17-year-old that also had a traumatic brain injury, and as it heals, cardiac arrest is normal, and he passed away after being in the hospital for quite some time because your body has to go through so much. So being an incredible athlete actually saved his life. They didn't expect that. To understand Ryan, you need to know who Ryan was prior to the injury. I know many of you sitting here today, or maybe some of you, knew this about him. Ryan was academically as well as athletically gifted, with a great attitude, a fun, impish sense of humor, really the all-American kid with a bright future and abundance of opportunity awaiting him. As you know, he was a multi-sport athlete. He actually did a 1-year stunt here at for football, but they wanted him to say that he had to decide between soccer, and I know a lot of kids, they're going on to high school, you have to make those decisions. You can't do, 10 sports. So I decided to stay with soccer after that year. Many of the kids that played with him know that, just to say Ryan was driven, and the coaches, especially Cliff Knotts, as his 8th grade basketball coach, know that. Some of his teachers are still sitting here today that had Ryan, and they know how driven he was. He used to ask for assignments that hadn't even been assigned because he wanted to get ahead of them. When he was at Mountain View and he was on the basketball team, I'd pick him up after 3 hours of playing basketball, and he'd go to Bally's because he wanted to perfect his shot. He knew that perfect practice made perfect. Ryan still uses that same ethics today to get better. It's a very long journey. When he came home, he was a wet noodle. He's come a long ways. It's an incredible journey and I just can't even explain it. He's had incredible support from so many, from the community and even globally, and we know this is because he was such a great kid and people really loved him. He brought so much to other people on a daily basis that they're returning that today, and today is no exception, and you'll hear more about this. one thing that we have on his board that we just cannot, we have a whiteboard which he used to write the assignments that he had to do. He used to wake me up to quiz him before he'd come to school. And it's like I said, he would ask about assignments for him to sign. To this day, we still have on the whiteboard, Ryan always study Spanish, study WH, which I'm assuming is world history. Go over math, you didn't know with Dad, because I don't do math. Well, I could go on, and I know I'm kind of babbling here, and you've been here for a very long time. So mostly, I just want to say Ryan is an incredible motivator to all of us. He lifts us up every day as a family, because this is a hard journey that we've all been through. And we're so thankful that he's kept his incredible sense of humor, his still impish ways, and he always has something kind to say. He's a charmer. He charms every woman. He'd probably kiss every one of your hands if you were in here tonight as you left. And he lifts up all of his friends. And so he lifts us up when we're feeling down about the situation, and we're very proud of that. And we're again proud that they're all lifting Ryan up once again for the incredible person he is, he was, and we know he will be in the future. Thank you.
So what we're starting tonight is the Ryan Greenen Most Inspirational Athlete of the Year Award. And this is a plaque, it's a perpetual plaque that all the recipients' names will go on. And we will have this and another, his jersey and a picture of him hanging out on the wall to just remind all of Shahala athletes from here on out what an inspiration Ryan is and what hard work and dedication will get you. Tonight we have the first recipient of the Ryan Greenen Most Inspirational Award, and she is an exceptional young lady, and it's a pleasure to be able to present her tonight with this award. So I'm going to read a few things about her and then call her up here. This is a person who has a great attitude in the way she approaches life. She has a big heart and is willing to do the work necessary to accomplish her goals. She is willing to do, with a positive attitude, what is asked of her. Even though she may not be the tallest player on the floor or the fastest runner on the track, she approaches competition like a winner. She inspires those around her to give all that they can simply by her positive attitude and her great work ethic. And the students that have been going to school with her for a long time, when we call her name, you'll know she is all of that. Her cross-country coach stated, "I was really excited to see this young lady on the first day of cross-country practice. I knew of her already from 7th grade basketball when she was on the A team and I coached the B team. Her positive attitude, cheerful smile, and great work ethic carried over to cross country. She was instantly one of the team leaders and was always working hard and running at the front of the pack. Her hard work was contagious, and her teammates from 6th and 7th grade looked up to her. Her efforts led to both individual and team success. She helped lead the 8th grade girls to a 4-3 dual meet record, which included winning their last 3 meets. At district, her 7th place overall individual finish helped lead the girls to a 3rd place finish in districts. I really wish she was not an 8th grader because I don't have the opportunity to coach her again next year. She exemplifies what it means to be a successful leader, student, and athlete at Shahala, and that's what this award is all about. In addition to all of this, she has managed to maintain a 4.0 throughout the 2009-2010 school year. Your first annual Ryan Greenen Most Inspirational Award goes to Mckenzie Kennedy. I'm just very excited to be able to have this award. I know this award is going to inspire our athletes year after year here at Shahala to do their best on and off the court. And it's just a great honor to be able to present it tonight. Our final awards of the evening coming up.